If anyone doesn't know what that is, it's comfrey. And if you've been a subscriber to this channel for quite a while, you'll know I do like comfrey. I do like nettles. I make soup and tea. Fertilizers are just not for me to actually eat. There's more comfrey coming through there, and I've got some just outside the shed door, which I'll show you. Alright everyone, well, just a quickish video by my usual standards. Those are the 3 onions that I've kept for Pete's Giant Onion Growing Challenge, and there's the 2 pumpkins for Elaine's Atlantic Giant Pumpkin Challenge. I've brought some of me tomatoes down from home, taking way too much space up. Shirley, there's a money maker by itself, and then there's 2 Gardener's Delight. There's 4 money makers there and 4 Alicante. I've also got Virtus, which is Savoy cabbage, and cauliflower next to it, more cauliflower. Then I've got more Virtus, Savoy cabbage, and Rodina red cabbage. I also done me Condor main potatoes yesterday. I was just looking at that, I thought that was in there. What else have I got here? Well, obviously you've seen the dahlias what I got. Marion Swede, Ailsa Craig onions, White Lisbon spring onions, Musselburgh leeks, Lion leeks, they're the price takers. Mint up the top, or me chilies for Jason's challenge at the allotment of the dead, and my Zebronge is up there. I've set a couple of giant cabbages away because, like the force lot, I totally forgot about them, neglected them, they died. There's Katie the tatey. She's only come on the last couple of days, to be fair. So out of 8 chickens, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them coming through. Nowhere near as good as Nick's or Robert's. But time will tell. She can still catch up. So fingers crossed for Katie. Then I've got broccoli. There's still no signs of germination. Oh, there, 1, 2. And that one might be 3. 3 out of, well, I think I put 2 in each cell, so 3 out of 12. It's a pretty bad average, isn't it? Sweet corn, doing okay. And this is crystal apple cucumber. I set them away on the 8th. These are what I got sent to me by Ali from My Rusty Garden. Thank you, Ali. They can be up the top. Actually, what I will do, I'll move them slightly just so that they're not in the way of the shading there. and they can catch the sun directly there. So that's it up to now. You may be wondering where the other onions have gone. I will show you. Right, I'm actually going to put them in this bed. Take them out of the pots, put them in the bed. There's the rest in there. There's the Nazareth, the first sowing. There's the second sowing coming on well. And the Ailsa Craig onions are doing okay. The rest of my potatoes are in here. That's the Casablanca, which are the first earlies. And then there's one bucket with Manitou at the back there in the centre. That one's Kestrel, so are those 4 there. They are the second earlies. And then there's 5 there which are Desiree, which are the mains. And they're just put in here out the way just to try and give me some space. So I'll update you a little bit later on and we'll see what happens. So the onions are done in the bed. So that's canny, being fed, being watered in, and then it's going to rain anyway, so looks good, looks good. There's the flags flying. Lest we forget. There's Ronnie's bird of prey flying. So I'm just going to sort the bed out with the 2 giant pumpkins and get it ready just for when they need to be moved with the pot and then into those 2 beds. There. So there's the 2 beds ready now for the giant pumpkins, which it isn't a problem because of the size they grow. They can grow over the bed and into the wood chipped area, say around by the rhubarb, by the bird feeder, the trees, plum tree, those raspberries there. I leave them there, but I'm making door next door for that granddaughter, Rosie. So as I was saying, plum tree, pear tree, apple tree, and another apple tree. And these apple trees, the apples are absolutely lovely up them. That's the bed I grew me courgettes in last year. Strawberries in there. I need to pull them all because I'm not having strawberries this year. I had sweet corn in the other little one, the other blue barrel. I need to sort out this area out, move this big cold frame, get rid of the weeds up that, tip all that soil into that bay there, put a front on it, get rid of that beer, empty the Daleks into that beer, get rid of the Daleks, as I say, get rid of this, and then that'll give us space to get rid of this little polytunnel and put the new one there. So yeah, trees are all fruiting up very nicely, and I know onions are like a hardy vegetable, but this is the first time they've actually been out in the cold. So what I've done just to try and take the harshness off the wind, because as you can see, it's still very windy. I think it's about 6:10 now, and you can see the flags are blown, so it's still windy. So I put the net over just to take the harshness away from the wind. But I'm going to go up in the shed now and have that famous hot chocolate. If anyone doesn't know what that is, it's comfrey. And if you've been a subscriber to this channel for quite a while, you'll know I do like comfrey. I do like nettles. I make soup and tea. Fertilizers, that is, not for me to actually eat. There's more comfrey coming through there, and I've got some just outside the shed door, which I'll show you. And there's more comfrey coming up. So I like it a lot. I'll show you what I do with it, just in case maybe someone's new to gardening, allotment and etc. I want a rake. Oh dear. Right. This barrel was full of water and comfrey last year. So now and it absolutely stinks. If you're from the northeast, or you've ever been up the northeast, this smells like the tine when the tide is out. It's absolutely stinking, but makes a fantastic fertilizer. I make a barrel of that, and also I've got a barrel up there which is nettle, and I've also got another comfrey one. I didn't want to take the lids off them because these ones are about 2-year-old. So like I say, one nettle, one comfrey, then there's a one which is nettle, comfrey and thistle, and they will be ripe. So at least, oh, even my hands are stinking now. But yeah, I'm going to have that hot chocolate now. Well, I'll put the lid on that comfrey. And so I've had a little bit of a move around in the greenhouse here. I've got the pumpkins and the 3 giant onions for Pete's challenge up on the bench at the moment. Tomatoes and all that up there. But this is getting cluttered again. The sooner I can get things out like the cabbage, the collie, well, even me tomatoes really. So I can take the potatoes out, that's no problem. Get me tomatoes back in the tomato room, but they're not big enough to actually put in the big pots yet. So it's just a case of waiting a little bit longer now. The stuff I've got at home, I'll have to leave sort of behind a bit, you know. Everything is, well, we'll see, everything is ticking along okay. And I'll be looking forward to getting everything planted out though. I really will. Oh, I've had a couple more subscribers in the last 2 days, so thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. If you haven't watched any other videos, have a look in the playlist. There's quite a few. I was actually going to upload some from my previous plot, which is just behind me. I don't know if I can actually show you through the window, because Katie's is in a mess there, isn't it? But if I can't zoom in. If you see the blue shed in the background, it's got a greenhouse attached to it. That was my old plot. Was pretty much like this. You would walk through the shed straight into your greenhouse. But that was only a half plot. This one's a full plot. But I did like that one. I put the staging in. I built it all myself in there. Made a wood burner. Put that in. And I had the garden looking really, really tidy. It was like a jungle when I got it. But I made a fairly decent job of it. Or at least I think I did. So I'm just going to finish my hot chocolate off now, wherever I've put it. There it is. And I'm going to go home, say to Brain, and take a nice, couple of hours chill. And that should do me for the night. Maybe even order Papa John's. But once again, like I always say, thank you to everyone who took the time out of their lives to watch this, to listen to me ramble on. It is much appreciated. I never ever ask anyone to subscribe to the channel. You know, you've all got your own minds if you want to subscribe. If you do, that's great. If you don't, that's fine. I would like to ask maybe that you could press the thumbs up button if you don't mind. Obviously, if you do, I've just noticed my fingers in the top left-hand corner there. If you don't want to leave a thumbs up, that's absolutely fine. Please feel free to comment, good, bad, doesn't matter. I'll always try and answer everyone. So have a great evening, everyone, and have a fantastic weekend. Bye for now. Quick little video of the front garden. Fuchsia and lobelias. Tulips. Daffodils. Fuchsia and lobelia. More daffodils. Fuchsia and lobelia. Some spare garlic I just threw in pots. So makes a change from seeing us doing the allotment, doesn't it? There's the hanging baskets. Well, one's in the shed, the other three are up. They just want filling.